Hello and welcome to the ADHD Advocate ADHD Empowerment Month LinkedIn Lives. And I'm Stephanie. I'm the founder of the ADHD Advocate. And this is Jemma. And she's our basically everything. Anyone that calls will be speaking to Jemma. She's our front of house. She's amazing. And she's also helping us run our body double sessions, which we're here to talk about. And finally, she's an ADCA coach in training. So we have very high hopes for her. She's going to be my protege. Yes, she is. Yeah, she's fantastic. I'm sure if anyone has dealt with Jemma, you'll see how lovely she is and helpful. And that's really important, when you're hosting these body doubles. So this week, we're looking particularly at ADHD and academic success. Yesterday, we talked about our 6 steps to academic success and the importance of interdependence. So, making that shift away from this idea that education, unfortunately, very much holds, of the goal being independence. We want to shift it, particularly for us ADHDers, to interdependence. That is the goal we are striving for good reason. And I've got Jemma here today because she hosts many of our body double sessions. She's done so for the study halls, for the high school success program, and also for our group coaching program as well. She was doing the body double sessions for that with that group. So yeah, welcome Jemma. It'd be great to hear your experience. Hang on, I'm going to turn this back on.
Yeah, I think the groups, especially for high school success, it really played into everybody creating a connection and having respect for each other. And then how we'd run the study halls is they would set intention, and anything they'd say they would like to get done, the whole group was carrying that accountability. And because they were all good friends, it really helped them provide that motivation and sense of support. So if anyone was stuck, they could lean into their friends, and also celebrate the wins at the end, which was really helpful for all of the children to also carry their confidence leading up to their exams, which is important, especially when they are sprinters, not long marathon runners. So I think having that weekly really boosted their self-esteem and confidence, definitely.
Yeah. So as you may realize, Jemma's not that far out of, well, at least university.
No.
When did you finish? Not too.
Last year.
Yeah. So quite fresh out of the academic arena. And I guess, Jem, what would it have been like for you if you had these body double sessions for you at university? Like, what difference do you think that would have made?
I think a huge difference, especially with other people that were all coming together at the same time to do the work. Uni is so sporadic and you have such a lack of structure. It'd be so nice to just sort of have that intention, that a bit of hand holding, because sometimes you need it and there's no shame to admit that. You try to achieve everything yourself, but sometimes you do need a bit of help with the organization.
Yeah, no, doing that thing, right? Us ADHDers, we really do struggle to do the more important things because we have that interest-based nervous system, which doesn't really align with the importance-based nervous system you need in education to succeed. And definitely the body double is a way in which we can get out of our own way and be held, to account, a space that's carved out for us as well. And what we do in our body double session study hall as well, we use things like time timers, So when I used to do these body double sessions in ADHD Unlocked, this community we used to have, we called them smash it sessions. We did every week. And they're so effective. I mean, we had some people at the end saying they'd completed like tax things that they'd been sitting on for 3 years, like literally. And everyone's always so amazed at how easy it was to do the thing that they'd been literally sitting on for sometimes years. They were absolutely gobsmacked about like, oh my God, why did I not do this before? And the answer is because there was not that body double. They didn't have the body double to be there to, as you said, help them set intention, hold the space, and kind of that kind of energy that I think, the ADHDs bring, because they're very much, we love to help each other, don't we, Jem?
Definitely. it worked for the high school students, which is 14 to 19, but also you saw the exact same things replicated in the adult group. So Steph runs a group coaching, well, she had just finished, and I would run the body doubles for them. And this exact same thing, everybody would lean in, celebrate the wins, and people were coming, they were senior leaders, senior managers, and they were just getting dentist appointments booked. It was just a space for that. And it worked. And they were like, I wouldn't have done this if I hadn't logged on today. So just giving yourself that time to catch up on any life admin or sort out what you need that you've been neglecting.
Yeah, it feels great. And actually, as a result, because what we found, we'd have the coaching sessions, and quite a few of particularly the high school students we coached, or university students, we would find that, we could set the action. Okay, so you're going to fill out that form. You're going to, make that call. You're going to do that thing, right? And then, would come to the next coaching session. They hadn't done the thing. No. Right? They hadn't sent the email, they hadn't made the call. And so what I found was during coaching sessions, I was having to use that time, that space to get them to do the thing, so like, okay, we're making that call. Or, okay, what's the email? Open it, and even sometimes down to like writing essays as well when students hadn't even logged into their portal, because, when everything moved online, that's kind of actually put another barrier in between, an ADHDer and their work. There's literally now a portal to log into, and then it's where on this website is the assignment. It's just a nightmare. And I would literally sometimes spend sessions just holding that space and getting that student to log in. We kind of navigate through any frustration because we've lost the password or the system's gone down. They're real things that get in the way of us doing what should be a fairly simple thing to do. It's never I just need to fill out this form, just need to log in and update my address. For us ADHDers, it is the thing that we will literally just procrastinate on for ages. And then what tends to happen? Gemma, what happens as a result of us just leaving these things sitting on them? How do we feel?
Yeah, it just builds on a sense of shame, I think. But then it's quite ironic that the reason sometimes people don't ask for a body double or reach out to their friends and lean into body doubling is also shame. But so what do you want to achieve, I think, is the question. And if you've seen things before where if you're with others, you've achieved it easier, go with that, build on that evidence, especially for the high school students. If you need a few peers around you just doing work and that works for you, then that is what you should go forward with.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's about, leaning into interdependence, not seeing it as a sign of weakness, because obviously rejection sensitive dysphoria, that's kind of what stops us ADHDers leaning into help and feeling like we have to do it all by ourselves. There's some ADHDers that won't even follow recipes. They're so, I'm not joking, they're so RSD. They're like, no, but if I follow a recipe, then it's kind of like saying, I don't know how to cook this thing, that I can't do it. So no, I'm not following any recipe. I mean, in terms of getting in our own way, massively when it comes to this kind of thing. So, at the ADHD Advocate, we are all about promoting and encouraging interdependence and the body double. And that's why for all our clients that coach with us, they get access now to a free weekly body double session. So even after they've coached with us, they've got access for that for as long as we're around. Hopefully that will be a long time, but they can come in and they can, still be part of the TAA family, because very much when you do start coaching with us, you're part of the family, and, we're here. And I think that is the whole thing, isn't it, about the body double? It's that you're part of a community, you're connected, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we can do things for others we can't do for ourselves. And many ADHDers, we love being part of a team. I mean, some ADHDers maybe not, but generally, particularly when it comes to this kind of stuff. But, we don't want to let the team down. And so you'll find that particularly with the R group that I just did, like you said, they didn't know each other to begin with. When they first started group coaching, they got to know each other, opened up to each other, shared. And what I found, they wanted to create a WhatsApp group. They wanted to talk outside the weekly sessions and the body double sessions. They came to the body double and they helped each other out outside of all the sessions, because, they really got a lot of value from being connected with each other, being able to speak, openly and be vulnerable with people that get it. it's such a powerful dynamic, that kind of group coaching, and same with the body double, implementing in group, being able to step away from the session, actually not just setting an action or a goal, but you've smashed it. You actually hit the goal, right? I mean, that just gives you so much momentum, doesn't it?
Definitely.
And it's something as well, the celebration. I think that's also another big part of it, because we don't celebrate enough, us ADHDers. But what we do, everyone sets intention. This is what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do. And at the end of each session, right, we ask everyone, how did you get on? And it's so lovely to see, isn't it, when people, they say that, oh yeah, I finally did the such and such. And then the other group members, kind of rooting for them as well. Everyone's there supporting each other, celebrating in each other's successes. And that's actually really powerful, because, we don't celebrate our successes, us ADHDers. And certainly it's harder alone to do it. But when we're in a group of other people and they're also succeeding too, we're all, successful together. Now that feels like a celebration, doesn't it?
Definitely. And it's less effective, isn't it, when you're celebrating your own win? When you've got a whole group of people celebrating your wins, it's so uplifting.
Yeah.
It's so much more powerful to go forward then and carry on.
Exactly. Yeah. So look, we're delighted to be able to offer this. So in terms of high school success, we have got our next 5-week program starting in November, I think it is.
November the 9th, yeah.
9th of November. And that can be, you can register via www.thehdacademy.co.uk. So we'll put a link in the LinkedIn chat, so you can easily click on that. Because, yeah, definitely for our high school students, particularly those that don't know any other ADHDers, what we found was, introducing them to the group of other ADHDers, the difference it made to them. How would you describe it, Jem?
I think, a lot of the feedback we were getting was the isolation sort of being lifted, and just being able to relate to their peers and the other challenges that they'd also faced at school, whether it be friendships, whether it be procrastination, overwhelm. Being able to navigate it as a team helps you move forward a lot faster and a lot more purposeful, because then you're all leaning into each other and helping each other. You think about work, everybody collaborates in a team. Think about school, university groups, and there's no sort of shame in admitting that you need that for your GCSE or A-level period as well.
Yeah, it's actually a good habit, right? It's a good habit to get into, because obviously, you go on to the workplace or even starting your own business, and you ain't going to survive for very long if you don't lean into support. So it's a really good muscle to start kind of flexing and strengthening now. So, yeah, and we have fun. I think that's the other part of it, isn't it? Actually, a huge part of these body double sessions is, and particularly for the high school students, right? Because it is a lot of pressure, for these poor kids. So much pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And that's what builds the connection, isn't it? The being fun, being a bit vulnerable, sharing your silly or embarrassing stories. That's what makes them good friends and have the mutual respect of the group. And Steph and all the other coaches running the high school success program are really good at getting the students to sort of have fun and be silly and admit when things haven't gone quite the way they wanted.
Yeah, we take a very much, it's that kind of lighthearted, we're in it together. If someone hasn't achieved something, right, it's like, okay, we get up, keep going, a bit of banter. So, we break up some of, because, 2-hour kind of study session, study hall, we call it, but I think we're going to change the name, because even that sounds a little bit not very motivating, not very interesting, does it? So we might have to change that. But 2 hours is a long time, but our kids manage to do it because we do it in such a way that it's also their chance to catch up with the other students. There's a bit of banter, and it's quite funny watching, even for us, particularly the ones doing their art GCSEs. We had one student was all masked up, ready to spray paint, and he's so you can see him outside doing his thing. It's important that the students, this is a difficult time for them, and I'm sure everyone finds that when you're doing something with joy and with people that get you and accept you for who you are, I mean, well, that's going to translate into what is produced. It's going to massively affect motivation levels too. Definitely, what your output. And so, yeah, we can't recommend the High School Success Program enough. We do also have other videos describing what it is that you can have a look on our YouTube site. But otherwise, we look forward to hopefully seeing some of your high school kids in the program. And also we do run, obviously, the body double sessions for all our coaching clients too. So do check out our website and book a free intro call with a coach if you're interested in coaching. So thank you. Thanks, Jem. It was lovely. This is Gemma's first LinkedIn Live, guys. She killed it. You smashed
Thank
it.
you.
See?
Celebrating my wins.
Yeah.
See, this is what we do.
This is exactly what we do. So yeah, I'm very grateful, feeling very grateful right now for this amazing lady. She really is. And you know, that's what we're here. It's what we're all about here, is about celebrating the wins, the connections, helping each other out, right?
Yeah.
And enjoying ourselves along the way. So thank you for listening to us. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow. I can't remember what the topic was off the top of my head. I think it is, I think it's Sophie, isn't it? I think talking about stop and release. I think she's going to be talking about the importance of students being able to take space for themselves for self-care, to fill up the tank in order to keep doing this marathon that they're going to need to run. So yeah, do join us for tomorrow's session. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
See you later.